17th of August. He has also just got back from the Just for Laughs Festival in Montreal. It was a big fucking deal. Please give it up for Mr. Troy Walker.
What's up, Comedy Works? How you guys doing? Tell you a little bit about me. I've been reading a lot of classic novels lately, you know, like A Tale of Two Cities and Oliver Twist, and they're great, but I noticed that they have all these insults in them that people don't use anymore, but I think they're worse than the insults people do use, you know? Like if somebody calls you like a jerk or an idiot, like, whatever, forget that guy, right? But if anybody ever called me a ragamuffin, we're both going to jail. I don't even know what a ragamuffin is, but I know you better be one if you're going to call me one. Know that. Went to law school, which is pretty cool. But I always had a fear about it, you know, that I was going to run into one of my classmates like 10 years from now at a courthouse or something. And I'm like, dude, we went to school together. What are you doing here? We went to school together. And he's like, oh, I'm prosecuting this case, man. Some idiot stole a whole bunch of video games from a Toys R Us. And he's like, what about you? And I'm like, you didn't understand, man. Every year there's a new Madden, and it always costs $60. Just go easy on me, baby. Go easy. Had to get a job after school. Big boy job. Taught me a few things. Like, I used to think that I could never have been a slave, you know? That would have, like, run away or made them kill me, something like that, right? But now that I work a corporate job, I know that I definitely would have been a slave. Like, absolutely would have been a slave. No doubt in my mind, right? Because, like, I work with this guy who's always complaining about how he feels like the company is mistreating us. Like, he's always like, dude, they can't do this. They can't just take our holiday pay away for no reason. We should say something about this. And I'm just like, don't you go starting no troubles now here. These financial folks is good peoples. They gives me lunch breaks and they lets me wear khakis. Even gets casual Fridays most weeks. Sound to me like some folk just don't know how goods they got it. And he's like, quit screwing around. Did you even read this email from Human Resources? And I'm like, don't let them know you can read. Not let them know that you can read. It's important. I had a birthday not that long ago. And I don't really like birthdays, because as a guy, all you do on your birthday is get insulted. But it's not really like the insults from your guy friends that bother you, because they've been talking shit to your whole life, and you don't even notice anymore, you know? You know what I mean? Like, wake up on your birthday, and there's a text message from your buddy. It's like, happy birthday, bitch. Which, like, objectively, you should be like, man, what the fuck? But instead, you're just like, man, that dude never forgets my birthday. He always remembers. What a good friend. But like your friends that are girls will insult you too, they just don't mean it to be an insult. It just lets you know what they actually think of you, and it's way worse. Like my friend sent me a message, she goes, happy birthday. I hope you get all the comic books you want. And I was like, oh shit. I'm the comic book guy. Because that like literally translates to happy birthday, you fucking idiot. I hope you get a big box of pussy repellent. And then she put like a winky face as if to twist the knife. Like seriously, kill yourself. It's depressing. My friends thought it would be a great idea to take me to a strip club for my birthday. It was a very interesting experience. They had a stripper there that I kind of think might have been racist. Not because she wouldn't dance for me and my friend. She would just say things or like a little out of line when she'd do it, right? Like she'd be like, you want me to put these tits on those big ass black lips? And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. But do you have to say it all Jim Crow? And she's like, remind you of watermelons, don't they? And I was like, again, yes. Again, inappropriate. Go ahead and put them on my lips, though. You go ahead and do that. Go ahead and go for that. I was giving my friend a ride home one night recently. It was pretty late. We're getting kind of close to her apartment. She goes, hey, do me a favor. My apartment is just on the other side of this park. You can just let me out here, and I'll just walk through the park to my apartment. And I'm like, no. And she's like, no, really, it's fine. I have a lot of things in my mind, a lot of things that are bothering me. And a walk in the park always helps. The quiet really helps me clear my head. And I'm like, not when I'm the last person anybody saw you with, it doesn't. Because what am I supposed to say if something happens to her? What, I swear, detective, she was alive when I left her in the park at 1 a.m? Nobody's going to believe that. If I heard myself say that, my next thought would be, maybe I did kill her. I don't remember killing anybody, but I should probably stop talking. So I'm like telling her I'm not going to leave her in this park, and here's what she said. She goes, it's really sweet that you're worried about me, but I don't need you to take care of me. I go for walks all the time. I feel like taking a walk. You might as well just let me out here, because if you take me all the way home, I'm just going to go for a walk after you drop me off. Yeah. And I'm like, here's how this is going to go down. I am going to take you home. I am going to watch you walk in your front door. You are going to wait 25 minutes for me to get home, at which point we will both call a neutral party and let them know that you got home alive. After that, you can go get murdered. I don't give a shit. It's not about you. It's about me. We'll let you out in the park. I might as well kill you in the car. Might as well. You're probably not shocked after a joke like that to find out I have a little trouble with the ladies. I am the worst. I am the absolute worst. Like, I don't think anybody has ever had less game than me on the face of the planet. Like, if I had a superpower, it would be being a platonic friend. Like, I'm on like some Jedi strikeout shit, just like, this is not the dick you're looking for. Like, fuck up anything. I think like a lot of it's just like a confidence thing, you know? Like, I always have to try to game plan stuff. Like, I was calling this girl for the first time the other day, and I'm trying to game plan. I'm like, all right, it's ringing. And all you got to do is pretend to be confident and just ask questions. For the love of God, just ask questions. She answered the phone. She's like, hello. I'm like, who's this? Shit. Just hang that up. Go back to playing video games. I can admit, like, part of the problem, though. Like, I can admit part of the problem is that I'm picky. I'm, like, very particular about who I go out with, right? Like, I was hanging out with this group of people one night recently, and at the end of the night, this girl goes, you know what? You should go out with my friend Daquita. And I was like, her name is what? And she was like, Daquita? And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm really more of a Becky guy, personally. Melissa's, Amber's, that's more me. This entire outfit came from the Gap. The fuck are me and Daquita gonna go do? Go to Dippin' Dots? Get out of here. And she got mad. But I was mad first. Because she didn't ask me, hey, do you like this? My friend likes that. Or she didn't say, hey, my friend likes to go to this place. You ever been there? She just thought to herself, who else do I know that smells like cocoa butter? And that's a shitty way to set people up. It's like, you ever like watch like the news and they have like the pandas. They go, we took these 2 pandas and we put them in a cage and we're waiting for the pandas to mate. And the pandas take forever to mate. And they go, we're just still sitting around waiting for the pandas to mate. You ever think about maybe they don't want to? Maybe Ling Ling's a bitch. You ever think about that? Of course not, because they're pandas and they have to do what you say. So if there's anything you take away from my set tonight, anything at all, please let it be this. Black people are not pandas. Okay? She just wasn't my type. I know that wasn't my type. You want to know what my type is? You ever go to like a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's to buy a picture frame, and in the picture frame there's like a stock photo of a chick that looks like she used to help her dad grow wheat? Or like her pussy smells like buttered croissants? It's this guy right here. It's me. Wholesome, like I'm wholesome. Like buttered croissants. And by that I mean, you want to eat it with wine. I'll leave you guys. I'll leave you guys with this. God damn it, that joke is stupid. I'll leave you guys with this. I want to bring back the word mulatto. It's such a great word, right? Like, if you don't know what a mulatto is a person's half black, half white. It's a word that comes from the old 1800s one-drop rule, right? In the 1800s, they had this rule that said if you had even 1 drop of black blood, then you were black for the purposes of slavery, segregation, etc. Sort of like a racist, you break it, you bought it, right? And they had all these different words, most of which sound pretty bad. Like quintroon sounds pretty bad. But mulatto sounds like it costs $8 at Starbucks. Like you walk in and go, let me get a venti latte and are those mulattoes? Give me 2 of those mulattoes. Like it sounds delicious. You would never think that a mulatto was what it was. I was talking to my buddy about that, and this really pretty blonde girl overheard me, and she's like, oh my God, I love mulattoes. And I'm like, jackpot, right? But then she's like, those are those little cookies, right? Those are delicious. Those little cookies? And I'm like, nope, no, nope, nope. Those are Milanos. You're thinking of Milanos. Mulattoes are your grandfather's worst nightmare. Joke's harsh, but it's good. It's got everything. It's got history. It's got cookies. It's fantastic. That's it for me, guys. Have a great time with Robert Kelly. Big Alejandro.
Keep it going for Troy Walker right there. Troy Walker. Not